This is what I've been waiting for. Let me take you back to when computing was easy. When computing was fun. It ain't not saying it ain't fun now, but I'm just saying that it was more fun back then. Whenever you could just out of the box make your own programs out of the box. You didn't have to worry about ads and updates being shoved down your throat on your brand new system. So, why don't we go to the future that would have been if that stuff never happened?
Retro gaming, modern power. Grab yours now while stocks last at Commodore.net.
Okay, I'm getting one. Yes. And yes. And click, 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 click. And you too. And let's go. Oof. Well, that money went to good use. And 8 months later, it arrives. Now then, this audio is being recorded about a week after I have received it. I've had plenty of time to, use it, try it out, and I will tell you, it is very, very nice. The keyboard is a little on the sensitive side, so you'll want to be careful. And I mean sensitive as in, like, you press a key, and it may register a different key if you accidentally bumped it. But that'll take just some getting used to, and wow, welcome back to the world of friendly computing. I wasn't there before, I wasn't alive yet. But, thank you for the welcome. And welcome to your digital oasis. Oh yes, I like this. Anyway, enough with the zooming in. Let's get this out of here and continue on with the tour. I'm sure that all of y'all have seen at least a photo of this thing by now in all the other reviews, so I'm not going to go into super detailed explanations about it. But anyway, the foam is really nice. It is a little on the snug side, so you want to beware of that. And wow, look at that gold. I showed it to somebody just the other day, and they asked if I stole Trump's computer. I thought that was kind of funny. Anyway, here's the user guide. I'm sure everybody has seen this by now, and if you cannot afford or just want to look inside it before buying, there is a PDF copy of that on the website. You just gotta look in the download section. Now, every faux share stock will say number 7, so, or at least that's what I've heard. So just keep that in mind if you decide to get one of your own. I still wonder whose signature that is on there. It never actually says. Normally, whenever something's signed like that, it has the name of the person who signed it in print and then their signature above it. Anyway, we now open the box to see the HDMI cable. Very nice. The bag is branded, cable is not. Maybe they may change that in the future, who knows. And then the ever so lovely Badgeman's official stickers. Those still haven't left the piece of paper that I got them on. I plan on trying to keep it that way as long as I can. And then, of course, we have the universal power adapter, which means I can take this anywhere in the world and use my Commodore 64. And then, of course, we have the very second, or the very second folk set tape. And then the Gold Founders Edition gold necklace. Or I should say gold plated to be more accurate. Anyway, with the kickbacks that they sent out after the last delay, they very graciously sent them out, I might add. I went ahead and bought myself another one of these to give away. Now, on to the disassembly. We'll just unscrew all these, and that, and that. There we go. And now, it is very difficult to hold the camera and open this thing at the same time, hence why it's sliding all over the place. But we've managed to get it open, and voila. The motherboard that's actually meant to be looked at. How cool is that? Anyway, we have the signatures of everybody who's helped work on it. And while we're in here, I'll just go ahead and got some 6581 SID chips. Gonna go ahead and put those in there. And you will go there. And down that go. And you will go there. Right there, like that. Okay, good. And of course, a Commodore 64 needs a 64 gig micro SD card in it, which is plenty enough space. And we have, of course, the FPGA, the two SID chips. The board will actually support either kind, so you can get whatever kind you want as long as they are pin compatible. Here's the signatures again. I still wonder whose the chicken one is. Perhaps it's Perry's, but he has a very odd signature trying to incorporate all that. Anyway, we now move on to the underside of the keyboard so that you can see all of its transparentness. Ah, yes. You can see all those lovely copper traces. Or at least I think that's copper. Yeah, it's probably copper. Anyway, fully transparent, other than the copper, of course. And you can almost make out something on the bottom of that one key before I move the camera. Huh. Anyway, time to put it back together. And in that goes, and it goes, and that one goes. And of course, the most satisfying part, peeling off the plastic. Oh, I also picked up one of these 64U user port adapters, just in case I ever get any of those peripherals. And to get it plugged in. Power port's actually quite stiff, which is a good thing for this kind of thing. And on it goes. Yeah, baby. It is beautiful, like I have not seen color in years. And now for some playtesting. As you can see, it is perfectly working like the original one did. I got my buddy DJ here with me to record this. So it's his gameplay you're seeing on my system while I was manning the capturing. I captured it on composite from its AV out, because for some oddball reason my computer did not want to record above 5 frames per second on HDMI. Very weird. Yeah, my computer didn't want to record more than 5 frames a second over HDMI. Weird. But anyway, there's a few versions of Galaga, which, again, playing very well. I will warn you now, though, that if you decide to download a collection of C64 games, be it from certain websites or from official means via Cloanto or otherwise, I recommend that you keep your directories small, as in like no more than a couple hundred per directory. Otherwise, you slow down your system and make it a little bit harder to navigate the stop menu. Like, for example, if I've booted something from a directory of 15,000, yeah, I know, a bit overkill, it will slow down your system to where you think it's glitched out or something, but no, it's just loading that massive file list before it allows you to do anything, so just keep that in mind. Anyway, now we're running one of my favorite demos that I've seen so far. It runs quite well, and other than the color artifacting, looks great. Crystal clear, nice and sharp. If I were able to do HDMI, I'd do HDMI, but I didn't really want to, show 5 frames a second and y'all think that's how it actually is. Anyway, I give this thing 10 out of 10. It's quite cool, and for somebody who was not around whenever it was first released, so I am very late to the party, I think that this is a very, very cool piece of both history and future. Anyway, this has been The Geek. Sorry about the hiatus, stuff going on. Anyway, see you later.